You really are almost done. Hi everyone, so I just realized that I had never hit record for our get ready with me. Just to let you guys know what we're doing, we are doing a get ready with me. We're about to go to a baby shower. Allie's almost
our own baby shower.
Allie's almost done with her makeup. I don't know why she's moving so quickly.
I'm not moving that quickly.
Well, if Allie finishes before me, she can just answer the questions. Two questions that you guys didn't see, like we really were not far into the video. The first question that we answered that we weren't recording was Taylor Quinn asked talk about majoring in elementary ed, and then Allie's plans for the future / college. Allie's already in college. Allie's 19 years old. I'm 22. And Allie goes to Chapel Hill, UNC Chapel Hill, and I go to UNC Charlotte. If you guys didn't watch my get to know me video for reaching 10,000 subscribers, I did talk a little bit about my experience in college. And Allie, there's literally no powder in this.
I don't know what you want from me.
Why would you grab an empty powder?
That's the only one I saw.
So yeah, I'm currently a senior at UNC Charlotte, but I'm not taking classes. I'm doing my senior internship, which is just me being at the elementary school Monday through Friday. And Allie talked a little bit about her major and stuff. Honestly, I really don't know what you do at school.
That's okay. That's okay. Honestly, I don't think
change it every week. I feel
that's not true. It's around the same types of things, but I feel like nobody at home knows what I'm doing, but it's fine. I'm a political science and American studies major, and right now I'm on a pre-law track. I want to go to maybe a big law school like Georgetown or something, so I'm starting to slowly study for the LSAT and probably start trying law school soon, which is exciting. I'm involved in a lot of different things on campus, like student government, a lot of activist type things, and a first gen group, because actually Chessie and I are first generation college students. And so college is kind of a weird thing to talk about personally, because I know a lot of people when they're in college, especially if their parents went to the school they went to, they have a lot of pride and borderline obsession with their college.
Yeah, I don't know how, I can't relate. I cannot relate to that.
I love UNC, don't get me wrong. It's definitely the school I should be at. But when I applied to college, I really didn't think about schools until the summer going into senior year, which is kind of weird for a lot of people. So I really only applied to 3 schools. I applied to NC State, UNC, and UNC Asheville. And I got into all 3 of them, but I really just ended up going to UNC because it was the most prestigious out of the 3. So the transition was really hard, I will say. I know Chessie remembers this, but literally so UNC is 2.5 hours away from where we live. So it's easy for me to come home. I came home last minute this weekend. But I literally,
because we just really wanted to go to this baby shower.
Yeah, I cried for 2 weeks straight, bawled my eyes out on FaceTime with my mom and sister every night.
It was really hard for our whole family when she left, honestly.
I'm just the glue.
Well, we've been making it okay without you, but
God, I dropped my brush.
But we're just all so close. I talked about that a lot in my get to know me video. I feel all of us just kind of makes, well, for me, I feel being with my family just makes me feel complete, which is I don't know, I feel that's a little, is going to cause an issue for me when I need to
Are you about to start crying?
No. Just kidding. I think it's going to cause an issue for me when I need to not live at home anymore.
This is going to start a problem for you when you leave?
Yeah, just because oh my god, this was so pigmented. I'm using the Kosas powder blush. Wow, that was a lot. Yeah, I just feel I feel whole when I'm with my family, but I know I'm not gonna be able to live in my parents' house forever. Did you feel that was really hard for you when you were gone? Did you, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Do you feel that way too?
Last semester it was really hard for me. I think part of the reason it was so hard for me is just because I was unhappy about some of the things going on in my personal life. Nothing that had to do with college itself. I have amazing friends at school, amazing professors, just I have a really good support system at UNC. But I was going through a really hard time leaving a relationship. So I think that especially first semester, I just wanted to be home. And then when I ended things second semester, I wanted to be home even more because like I just like people at school like didn't really understand.
Well, also you're at school with people who didn't know your relationship
or know me. So like that was kind of hard, and it's not like that they weren't willing to learn about it. I just like really didn't want to talk about it with people that didn't understand. But
right, and like, you know, it's so easy for someone like people who don't know you and know your relationship for them to be like,
fuck him, just move on. And it's like, it wasn't even that, it was just like feeling guilty, and like it was just hard. Long distance relationships aren't the best, but I'm out of it now. And although like this is like my this upcoming is gonna be the 4th week in school, although it's like only been like a few weeks, I'm so much happier and I could like stay there much longer without feeling like
but right now I feel like I miss my sister like a lot more than she misses me, because I feel like I text Allie and she doesn't text me back.
That's so not true. There were 3 days in a row that I texted you and you didn't respond.
I'm just busy, but I honestly when I'm not busy, I want you to not be busy with me.
I love you, Incy, though. If you have any questions on like how to get in or like essay stuff like that, honestly, even if I don't know you, I will help you write your essays. I love doing stuff like that. So like if you want me to proofread anything, even if I don't know you, like just like
I'll leave her Instagram.
Hit me an email, or no,
I'll leave her Instagram
DM me on
down
Instagram,
below.
and then I'll give you my email, and I'll read anything. I'll like help you with like questions.
Because I feel like a lot of my subscribers are in that age bracket, like where they're about to go to school. And then just the other question that we weren't recording for, someone asked what activities do we like to do together, like to spend time together.
Really quickly, I just want to say, if the way I apply makeup bothers anyone, I'm really sorry. I know it bothers Chessie.
Well, they weren't watching for all of the makeup that you just applied.
I just like rub it in.
Yeah, she slaps it on.
I don't really like wearing eyeshadow anymore, so I just take my bronzer brush
and I
dig it into my...
I honestly haven't been wearing too much eyeshadow either. I just don't have the time, but I did literally just buy today because Allie got her eyebrows done at Ulta, so we did a little bit of shopping today.
Yeah.
And I did just buy the new Jeffree Star palette. I guess it launched today in stores. It's huge.
Okay, so what do we like to do for fun?
I'm not gonna use all these colors.
Especially that green, you're gonna... Shrek. We like to sleep a lot in
we
like
take
the
naps
same
together.
bed. We like to online shop together. We like to watch YouTube videos and like scary movies. We'll also go to the movies.
And we like to fall asleep during the movies that we watch.
We don't like to finish them. Really anything like I promise I'm not an idiot. Sedimentary?
That's a rock.
I know.
Solitary?
Stationary. Anything stationary.
Like depends.
So song lyrics 56. As does your sister look up to you? Do you guys ever talk about deep things or problems with each other?
Like problems that we have with each other or problems that we have in our lives?
I guess both. I mean, oh my gosh. If Chessie and I have a problem with each other, we will like... It just gets said, like...
Yeah, we don't bottle it up, but like we will kind of stay mad at each other for like a little bit, but it doesn't carry on to the next day.
Yeah, like a little bit ago when I was just driving,
That was dramatic though.
No, you were dramatic.
So Lana just released her new album, and then we're listening to Toxic by Britney Spears in the car, like old
classic
shit. So I'm like, I literally, all I said was, why aren't we listening to Lana's new song? And then she picks up, what? I don't even remember what you did at that point.
So I grabbed my phone
I'll come in if it's
wrong. On the Q. I was recently corrected.
I'm glad that someone corrected you.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. So I like went to go put her on my Q, but like while I was saying it, I was just like being kind of sassy. I was like, I don't want to listen to her. And I love Lana. Do not get me wrong.
That's right.
Yeah, because
I didn't say anything, and then she went to go change it. I didn't say anything, Allie, and then you went to go change it, and I was like, don't change it, and she goes, well, you clearly want to listen to it.
No, you did not say it so innocently like that. She was a monster.
Yeah, well, I just did not want you to just change it all because I asked you why we weren't listening to Lana.
I just put it on. It wasn't a big deal. I just put it on the queue. Yes, I said it right. But, okay, so back to do I look up to you? When we were younger, I definitely looked up to Chessie from, like,
Is she in the screen? Is she in the screen?
I definitely looked up to Chessie from like a beauty standpoint, if that makes sense. I don't know, like I like would take her things, like definitely learn how to do makeup from her and like all that fun jazz.
But Allie is definitely like
I'm very
the smarter person, the better quality person. So I don't know. She probably wouldn't need to look up to me for anything. I think it's
true. I definitely did though.
Yeah, you used to.
I mean, I still do. I love you.
I think that you can love someone without looking up to them though. I think also we're too different in like what our goals are to like need to look up to each other. But also I look up to my parents a lot. I don't know about you.
For certain things, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I feel like a part of me is like on my own path completely
than our family.
Than like yeah. So it's like kind of hard. Like I'm like I kind of figure things out on my own.
Well, I also think that Allie's doing the most different things than our family ever did. Like both of our parents didn't go to college. Our mom didn't even finish high school. She just got her GED, and she's really smart. She just like was not into going to school.
Yeah.
And then our dad went to like an art school. He went to the Art Institute of Fort Lauderdale, and he is like a very successful graphic designer. So like they're both kind of like, I don't know, they definitely didn't like follow in line with just everyone else, you know what I mean? But Allie, I feel like is doing
a more traditional track of like
yes, that's what I was meant to say, like
but it's not traditional for our family. Like as soon as I graduate, I'm planning on going to law school, probably work in some kind of field that can get me some money, like corporate or something like that, and then eventually like move to nonprofit when I can afford to do that.
Because like for the longest time for me even, I didn't even want to go to college. I felt like I didn't need to go because my parents didn't go.
I always knew I had to go to college.
I did not want to go. And now I'm stuck here with a 4-year degree that I don't even want to use.
You poor baby. How do you do it?
Dang it.
I definitely thought about college. Like I knew it was something I was always gonna go to. I just like never really had the resources or like knowledge to like be actively thinking about it like early on in high school.
They also want to know if we ever talk about deep things or like
things?
Or like problems that we have. I think that we do.
We definitely do. It's kind of hard to talk about like sometimes like boy gossip or like stuff going on with friends because like we might not
be right there
or like have like a knowledge of like the background of it.
It's the only one that we have.
But definitely like if we're like in like a lull or like just like feel,
do you want to use that lip balm?
Sure. Feel like some anxiety or like just like going through it, we definitely talk about that stuff.
It is easier when we are together though, and that's one of the reasons why I like kind of hate that Allie isn't home. Sylvia wants to know, did you guys have acne problems recently or in the past? If so, did it go away on its own or how did you guys manage it? I'll say like I had pretty bad acne like in middle school, but I was then put on birth control because we both have PCOS and like it's like a hormonal thing, my acne was. So once I got put on birth control, that kind of helped it. And then ever since then, I'll just get like the occasional freaking pimple. I also recently like went through a little patch of having a little bit of bad skin.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because, I do think it was because that Becca bronzer that I was using was just years old. It was old. So I threw it away and since then my skin has been okay.
It's good.
And I've been using The Ordinary, the skincare line, The Ordinary, and that was really good. Allie recently just picked up a bunch of stuff from The Ordinary too.
I'm excited to try it. Acne for me, I probably had pretty bad acne in middle school. Oh my gosh, I had the worst back knee. That was where it was really bad. I remember there was one time our grandpa,
and you had like a lot of scarring too because you used to pick at it.
How do you not?
I know, right?
There was one time, I think we were at the Cheesecake Factory, and I was like wearing like a sweater, but like it was like kind of like, I don't know. You could see my back.
Was it like mesh or something?
I don't know. But like he like looked at me and he looked at my back and he was like, we need to take you to the doctor. like talking like I was like dying.
I did not know grandpa, like our dad's dad is very insensitive. Like,
and I was so upset. But yes, I had bad acne.
I remember when I was little, like I was not like a skinny child by any means, but I wasn't fat either, but I was like had like a little bit of chunk on me, and he like would make comments about my weight and stuff when I was little. What?
I hate him. But I had like, I probably had the worst acne I had was on my forehead, especially in middle school. But junior year of high school, I like switched my diet and I stopped eating meat and I was vegan for a while. And so that definitely like got rid of like any bad acne I was having. And then like last year, actually, when I was like going through a lot of stress of the transition and just like not being in like, I don't know, like I wasn't like, I didn't have access to all the food I would normally eat, like it just like I was out of my element.
I bet also like the water at school isn't like the most quality.
But
like,
so I was like out of my element, and then so every time it would be like about to get my period, I would get freaking horns like all over my forehead. There was one time that I put a band-aid over my forehead just because it was so bad. But because I've been
look better.
Because I've been much happier though, I like have my skin's been pretty. It's been
Am I
fine.
done?
Oh, you're done?
Everything looks good, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You look good.
Thank you.
Should I do more?
No. You didn't do any more than I did. You just are quicker.
Quick. Okay, more questions.
Yeah, we could just sit here and answer questions until Mom makes us leave. I got a couple of questions asking about what it was like to grow up in the South, and especially with us being half Asian. It definitely was different from what we had experienced growing up in South Florida, because in South Florida it's like very diverse and people just accept you for like who you are, and like there's a lot of different religions and a lot of different backgrounds, and it's not like a big deal to anybody, at least like where we like grew up in Florida. But in North Carolina it definitely was different, especially at the time that we moved, because we moved here like 12 years ago. And it's gotten a lot better now. Like, it's a lot more progressive now, but like when...
I'm sure you are. Like when I worked at the greenhouse.
Yeah, I feel like I could talk forever about this topic, but like, I remember being in 4th grade, this was, what year did we move? Like, 2006? Yeah, around there, 2006, 2007. And then living in North Carolina at that time, it was really weird. Like, people didn't ask you what religion you went to, people asked you what church you went to. And like, we aren't even Christian.
I had no idea who Jesus was when I lived here. When we moved here.
It was just something that we didn't talk about because it wasn't important to our family. Like, it wasn't important, and it wasn't important to the people that were around us either. Like, your religion where we grew up in Florida did not matter. I also feel like there was a lot more diversity in the religions that were practiced in South Florida. Like, you would meet way more Jewish people, and then when people found out that we were Jewish, we were like the only Jews that anyone had ever met. So like, it was just weird, like, living here.
One thing is like, growing up here, especially like with all like the cute little skinny white girls, especially with blonde hair, I wanted that. Like, I like wanted to be really thin and like really blonde and white and blue eyes so badly. I probably would have killed somebody when I was younger if they like gave me the option to do that.
Oh my god.
But like, now I look back and I felt
like that in Florida. I felt like that in Florida because like everyone that I watched on television looked like that.
You were older than me, so like I started feeling that way in a different place.
I feel that.
Like, I came to that age at a different part of my life. I don't know. I mean, like, I just get it sometimes at UNC, and when I used to work at a greenhouse, people would just like ask me like what are you, like, you're so exotic, like, where are you from?
I guess like that's the biggest thing about living here.
But like, not like where are you, like where were you born, I guess, but like what's your origin? Because like when people ask me that, I'd just be like, oh, South Florida, and they'd be like, no, like, where are you from? Yeah,
and then people always will just assume that we're like some sort of Spanish, which my mom recently found out that she is. Like, if you don't know about like our family, our mom was adopted. Oh shoot, I totally missed that. And she recently found out like what her background is, and she does have some Cuban in her, so we are a little bit Spanish.
No, yeah, but we definitely identify more with our
Asian side for sure.
Another question?
I kind of wish I kind of wish that we knew more about our Asian side, I feel like. Someone says, your sister is so cute, ask if she'll start a channel.
I have no idea what I would talk about.
You could talk about college.
Yeah, talk about...
I feel like you could also do like food stuff.
Yeah, I cook a lot. I could talk about animals. I love animals. I know like everybody says that they love animals, but like I love animals. Just a little plug, if you're like looking to adopt a dog or a cat, we do a lot of volunteering and work at the Richmond County Animal Shelter, and it's in Rockingham, North Carolina. And I actually made an Instagram called Animals of Richmond. I'll have her link it in the bio.
What's going on?
You can either look at the account for like adoptable animals or just like cute photos of animals. But YouTube channel, I probably wouldn't. I would probably get really weirded out just like looking at myself for that long.
Yeah, that was something that I had to get used to.
I don't think I would really like that. But your guys' all-time fave products from Glossier, Undone, Milk Makeup, and RMS. The only brand that I use from that is Glossier, and I like the Bomb.com in any of them, and Boy Brow. That's really all I use from that.
And you like that one Generation G lipstick in Cake.
I like that too.
I'd have to really think about that one, guys. Yeah, I'd have to think about that one. I can make a video about that. I can make a video if you guys want other brands in that, like Glossier, Undone, Milk, RMS, like another brand, like five brands. So yeah, leave it in the comments. I would have to think about that. What will you miss most about your sister when you move out? I don't have plans to move out right now. I want to live at my parents' house for literally ever. But I think what I miss...
Probably be moved out.
Yeah, I think what I miss most about Allie when she's not here, when she's at school, is...
How funny.
I just miss hanging out with her on the couch. Like, that's really what I miss the most.
Yeah, I'm a really good person to be with, stationary.
Do we have embarrassing stories about each other?
I feel like we would have a bunch of them.
Really? Because I was thinking about that earlier, and I don't think that we do.
Remember yesterday when I honked at the car in the drive-thru?
That was funny, though.
I was sweating
You were embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed.
I was so embarrassed. Oh, so yesterday we just like went to go get french fries, and I don't know what I was thinking, but like we were in the drive-thru, and like the car like wouldn't move when it was their time to move, so I honked at them, and like who does that shit? And I was so nervous. I thought about leaving, and like I was sweating a lot. I get sweaty when I get nervous.
I told Justin to come in the bonus room, but he's not here.
I don't know. I literally do embarrassing things all the time.
Do I do embarrassing things?
Not really. You're like on all the time.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I will try not to embarrass myself.
Just a quirky girl.
Burnt Cookie says, why does she low-key look like me? Like a burnt cookie?
Send me a photo.
I would really like for us to like actually just make a video talking about this, like growing up mixed race in the South. Like I think that would be interesting.
Oh my gosh, and I'm in an American Studies class right now talking about defining the South and like races in there.
Well, so. Especially with us growing up not even Christian too, and and living in the South. I think that would be interesting if you guys were interested in seeing a video like that.
And tips and tricks.
Tips and tricks for surviving.
Tips and tricks to avoid racism.
Talk about makeup products that you enjoy together, like something we both like. We both like this Becca bronzer. We both used that today. Well, when Allie comes home, she doesn't bring her own makeup. She just uses whatever I'm using, so I guess we kind of do just use the same. Okay, so Jewel, who comments on my videos a lot. Thank you, Jewel, for all of the support.
I love you.
So do a few of these people. Like that one at the top, Taylor Quinn. She's always commenting on my videos.
Also, I just want to say, in this photo that Chessie used to like ask us questions, she did me dirty.
That was our most recent photo, and I think that you look cute, and you posed like that.
I was just joking.
I think you look cute. Your skin looks really good, and your eyebrows do look good. That's what matters. She says, how does she feel about this whole YouTube thing, and would she ever consider doing it as well? Okay, so how do you feel about me doing YouTube?
I think it's really cool. It's really cool that my friends watch her YouTube. Like, they'll, like, talk about it, and I'm like, yep, it's my sister. It's cool. I think it's cool that she gets sent things, you know?
Yeah.
It's
And would you
really
ever
cool.
consider doing it? I feel like you do have stuff that you could talk about. I feel like you could talk about like food and stuff. Hi, Kitty.
Sadie.
We have some more questions to answer.
Yeah, but you can hang out with us.
Who wants to listen to somebody talk about food?
No, not like talking about food, but like, oh, you could do like grocery hauls. You could like film what you eat in a week, or like you preparing dinner.
Yeah, there's so many of those.
That dinner spread but there's not anybody like you.
There's not anybody that looks like you.
You think so?
I do just want to say, someone asked us about, the same person that asked about the embarrassing stories, they also asked about smoking, alcohol, stuff like that, experiences and advice. I'm in my internship right now, so I'm choosing not to talk about these topics at the moment. I'd like to graduate.
I mean, drinking and like smoking is just like kind of a part of college. I don't really have any bad experience with drinking. I have always known my limits. My friends don't really sometimes know their limits.
See, and I've only had a bad experience with drinking. I like drinking. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of calories in my body.
I also don't think that you need to be doing it if you don't want to be doing it. I think that that's not true, where like people actually peer pressure you.
Also, I think that if like you are surrounded by people who do peer pressure you, you
leave.
Like, there's no point in them being your friends. Like, I've always been around people. I've always been around people who like if you're doing what you want to do, then that's it. Like, no one else is gonna bother you, and they'll do what they want to do, and like that's it.
Yeah, and there's some.
I just feel like that's like the best way to like be around friends, and yeah. Oh, Michaela Hill, who also comments on my videos quite often. Hi, Michaela. Thank you. She said, do you guys fight a lot? And then she also said, how do you feel about your sister having a YouTube channel?
When I'm at school, we don't fight.
Well, because there's nothing to really fight about, except when your first year we did. I feel like I did kind of get upset with you a little bit, like about the relationship stuff. It was like a little bit frustrating on my end. She was just upset, like, yeah, it wasn't like I was mad at her. Yeah, it would just be a little bit frustrating.
If you're watching this, hello.
I don't think, well, maybe he would if he's like still being weird. Well, oh, do we fight? The only thing that we really fight about is like her using my stuff and using my makeup brushes for things that my makeup brushes shouldn't be used for. Like, if she'll use my bronzer brush for blush, it drives me bonkers. Like, that drives me nuts. Or like,
if just quick, I do blush.
Or if she uses like a powder and she gets the powder everywhere, or she doesn't blow the powder out of the compact, that drives me nuts too. I can't stand that.
You gotta be quick.
Also, like, I don't mind. I don't really love when you wear my clothes. I don't mind about the makeup thing anymore just because I have so much of it. Like,
you also have so many
like
clothes.
to share.
I do have a lot of clothes too, though.
Yeah, but like when you try on stuff in my room and then you don't put it back.
Yeah. That is kind of shitty of me.
That annoys me.
We can do like a different video another time.
I also feel rushed. Like, I feel like we need to go to this baby shower very soon. So I guess we will wrap this up. If there's any other questions you guys want us to answer in a future Q&A, I would love to go up to school and visit Allie. Her room is so stinking cute. You could also do a room tour. Her room is so cute, and she has like the best lighting in there too, so we will do another like get ready with us, and it won't be as rushed this time. I feel like this one was pretty rushed.
And you missed me putting on my concealer. That was really
the first part like wasn't even recording.
Really fun.
It's fine. Yeah, if you guys have any questions for us to answer like next time about being sisters, or like
about being sisters.
Yeah, just about having each other. Yeah, but okay, well, anything that you want to comment down below, or like find her Instagram, find my Instagram, you can DM us, like whatever.
For like questions about what classes to take, I helped all my friends like make schedules.
Yeah. Well, that is it from us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna leave all of our social media down below. Probably just your Instagram and the Richmond County Animal Shelter Instagram too. I'm gonna link that down below.
My TikTok?
No, I don't want to do that.
Please don't think I have one. Please don't think I have one.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, and hopefully I see you next time.
Bye.